What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Almost Brothers podcast. A video episode, second video episode. Yes. Sorry y'all weren't the first, but
That's all right.
me and my boy had to do our own first.
We'll let it slide.
Man, on today's episode, we're going to be talking, it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to be talking about feelings, or in Jeremiah's case, lack thereof, coming up. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Almost Brothers podcast.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
I like it. Hi.
Hi. Well, I zoned out for a minute and I realized we were on camera and I panicked.
Hi.
So it's like a panic, high pitch. I don't know.
You know what I told you, like, when people in movies, like, I wouldn't do that. It's like, what she... Hi.
I don't know.
Like, it's a... Wait till I get the lights and it's just like really going.
Let's not do that.
You're not going to know what to feel.
Yeah. Speaking of feelings.
First of all, what house did you sell today? Like, hey, you look like you dressed up.
Great. Stop.
Thank you.
Man.
Look great.
Dressed up. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What do you got?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. You're looking at me like you wanted to say something.
No, didn't sell no houses.
No. Okay. Well, how are y'all doing?
Good.
Jeremiah, good to see you again. Missy, good to see you as always. How's life? How's work?
It's good.
Perfect day to be in work.
Yes.
Nice and rainy and cold. I can't wait to get home. So nice.
Yeah. I can't wait to eat.
Tacos.
Yeah. Is that what y'all are eating?
No, it's what y'all are
That's
eating.
what I already told them.
Yep, leftover tacos. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's how you feel, huh? Mm-hmm. Good, because on today's episode, we're talking about feelings. Who wants to open up this can of worms?
I don't know how I feel about this.
It's a good start. It's a good start. Well, I know with me, sometimes it's hard to start the conversation. It seems like once it gets going, it's a lot easier, but actually starting the conversation, especially with my wife, when something's bothering me, I'm always scared she'll turn it around on me with her Jedi mind tricks, and I'm saying I'm sorry by the end of it somehow, like, but I'm the one that
Had my feelings hurt.
yeah, like, how is this my fault?
Yeah, right.
But I know it's gotten better. We're getting better at communication, right? 15 years.
I don't know. It's an up and down thing.
Oh gosh. Elaborate.
I don't know. Communication?
Yeah, and talking about feelings.
Oh, I mean, we still, there's still struggle. It's not like perfect.
I think guys have like
I don't think
two
it's ever gonna be
feelings.
perfect.
It's either anger
Yeah.
or joy.
Yeah.
Real, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you think of any other
No, I
ones?
think you're about right.
Yeah.
And I think with women,
We got
there's-
1,000.
y'all are more like the rainbow, or even
Yeah.
there's just a wider spectrum there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All in 25 minutes.
Sometimes two.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Sometimes simultaneously.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the same time. I'm mad, confused, but happy. Like, what are you mad about or confused about? I'm mad because I'm confused about why I'm happy. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Can't remember why.
Yeah. I have definitely said that before, I'm pretty sure.
I know, always like, there was a part on One Tree Hill where she's like asking him to do something, so then he does it. She's like, well, I wanted you to not have to do it. Now just do what I asked you. He's like, I don't know what to do.
See, here's the thing: the girls were confused ourselves. We really
Yeah.
don't know what we
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
That's so
but we
true.
know when you don't do it.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
Wow, that's really
I want you to,
insightful right there.
I want you to already know what I'm feeling,
Yes.
so I don't have to tell you.
Right.
Or figure it out.
Yeah. Figured
Yeah.
out for me.
Yeah.
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 It's like national treasure.
I'm
Like,
learning something right now.
yes. Yeah. Kind of, I guess. But still,
I'm learning that I'm very confused.
yes.
about-
It's like Jack Sparrow's compass, where it just you don't know where it's going to point to.
That's a good
Yeah.
analogy there.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. We watched one of the movies this weekend, so
So
great
good.
movies, man.
Such a great actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. I've been trying to catch myself, especially with the kids, on getting in my feelings very quickly. I get upset at like some stuff they do, and Bubby will be bugging me something about his game, and I'll get on him, and as soon as I get on him, I've been catching myself like, okay, like he's just wanting me to be involved. So I catch myself trying not to yell at him or get upset at him for just something so stupid and minuscule, and really hurting their feelings. And, maybe I'm tired that day, or maybe I'm upset, but I can't take it out on them and be upset at them. So I've been doing a good job at catching myself with that. Oh, yeah, and it's got to confuse, like, oh, what in the world's going on? Because, like, I'll yell at him, and I'll be, all right, bub, let's check it out. Let's go see what it is. Like, catch myself afterwards. But, yeah, I know that's the hardest thing, like you were saying, kind of with Ben, is getting feelings out of him. Like, how are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that's the same with Lee.
Yeah, those teenagers,
it's
so difficult.
She'll, just shrug her shoulders. I'm like, oh, I want to shake you.
Yeah, just even ask them, just, how was your day?
Which, I mean, we deal with that a lot in youth. Like, just opening up in general. Just like, what are you going through? Or, like, how do you feel? Or, how do you feel about this? Or you get nothing. Like, oh, okay.
Right.
All right.
Blank stare.
Yeah.
Like, good.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so what does that
Yeah.
So what does that entail?
We're always like, how was your week? How was school? It was good. All right. Cool.
Yeah. So what's going on? Like, how?
Yeah.
I know we had a youth a couple of Sundays ago that she got pretty upset and she was crying. It wasn't one that usually comes, but she got upset and then went outside, and we went out and talked to her, and it was just, it was one of those, oh, hey, is everything okay? Like, she's bawling. Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Well, clearly everything's not fine. Like, there's something wrong. Like, you don't have to open up and tell me, but like, is there something that you need? Like, you're here for a reason. Like, do you want to come back inside? No, I'm fine.
Yeah. I talked to her too before him.
Yeah.
And she was the same way. I was like, is everything okay? Like at home, or, is it school? I was like, telling her about me. I was like, well, maybe, when you cry at church, that's God pulling on your heart, to deal with stuff. And she was just like, yeah, I just don't know why I'm crying. Like, she was just like, every time I step inside of a church, I just start crying uncontrollably.
Wow.
Yeah. And so I was like, well, is there something else? Like, you want to tell me? Or she was just like, no, I'm fine. Like, no. I'm like, do you want to come back in? You can sit by me. I was like, I won't. You can cry all you want. We'll cry together. And she was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. She's like, I'm just going to go sit in my car. I was like, all right. I was like, do you want me to come? She's like, no. She's like, I just live right here down the road. I'm like, all right.
Yeah. And that's the hardest thing, because it's like,
I tried so hard to pull it out.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, sometimes you just don't know how to break through.
Yeah. Teenagers are the hardest.
Right.
It's hard. It's just, what I've learned in the past anyway, it's just being that consistent, loving on them. And eventually, once they start trusting you, that's the biggest thing is gaining trust.
Yeah.
And especially if a student has trust issues, if people have let them down, like, I hate to even bring this up, but with my son, he doesn't trust preachers.
Yeah.
Just because of everything that's happened. So it's going to take a lot to get him to build up that trust, but it's just that consistently being on them, loving them, and doing exactly what y'all did. I mean, you did perfectly. Of just saying, I'm here for you, but not to overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Right.
Because then they'll run.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Put that
But
wall
just,
up real quick.
Yeah, but we're that way. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm that way. And I'm not a teenager, obviously. See me? But, I have that same walls, and it takes me a while to trust people. And you do it, like talking about your feelings or something. What I do is I'll say one thing, and then I'm going to check to see if it's gone around to other people.
Yeah.
And then they don't talk.
Right.
I'm going to trust you a little bit more,
Yeah.
with more things. And then there's some things that I'm not even, I haven't even shared with with him.
Yeah.
What?
Like what? Yeah, 'cause you're
Some
a
of
big
my
sharer,
past.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
my past, because I'm just, and it's not that I don't trust him. It's just
Yeah.
that there's some things
Yeah.
just to be between me and the Lord.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And back to feelings. This has way off the subject. What we were talking about, but for me, I don't share everything, but there's going to be one thing, and it's so funny with our relationship. It'll be a little thing, and I'm all of a sudden just explode, and I'm angry, and he'll think, wow, that's such a minor thing. Why are you, like, your world is ending because of this little thing? But it wasn't because of that little
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
It was because of the things that went on up to that point.
Yeah.
And that's what we have to get over, is being able to, and I feel like I talk all the time to him. But I do. I like over talk and I overthink, but there's some things that I don't, that's bothering me
Yeah.
until that one minute, like, you didn't put the cap on the toothpaste, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, the world's ending because the cap on the toothpaste is
Trying to
Oh,
put the cap on.
you are
But you know what I'm
not.
saying?
Yeah.
It's just, it's learning. Like, we need to talk things out, when they first come up,
Yeah.
so they don't become this big issue, and then it's like a 3-hour conversation at midnight,
Right.
and we're tired the next day.
And like on my side of that, I could be more attentive and pay more attention to the feelings along the way, building up to that point.
Right.
Because a lot of times I just I brush it off like it's not a big deal, because it's
Yeah.
not a big deal to me.
Yeah.
But you have to be mindful of your partner, and
It was a big deal.
it was at the end.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
kind of along the way. And I mean, I think guys in general probably are
Oh, yeah.
worse at that, because it's more of a, like, dealing with what's in front of you at
Yeah.
the moment. That's
Yeah.
kind of how guys tackle things. There's not 3 or 4 or 5 things, built up and
Yeah.
all at once.
Yeah, and this isn't on subject either, but
Oh, it's okay. We like that.
Yeah.
but when we
You
were
heard our podcast?
Squirrel.
Perfect.
like when we separated, when we went through our separation and we were getting back together, decided we had want to work it out, it was like a wave of, like, every emotion you could think of.
Yeah.
Like communication, trust, like just getting to know each other. And there were some days where I just wanted to cry and lock myself in the room. And I was like, you don't care. Like, we're never going to be fixed. And it was just like, I was just like, what am I to do? Like,
Just the lid on the toothpaste. I don't know.
Right.
yeah, but it was just so overwhelming. And I just remember, like, telling you, like, I'm losing my mind. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to be back to normal, or we're going to ever be back to normal. And you're just like, I'm sorry. Like, just kept saying it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not working.
Yeah, because sometimes you don't have the words to say. It's,
Yeah.
Sometimes there's nothing that someone else can say or do to make those feelings go away. That's something inside of you that you've got to work out. So it's like, as men, we want to fix it, but there's nothing that we can do to fix it, and it gets more and more frustrating. And I think that's the balancing act, with men and women, is we're not good at talking about our feelings. Women are overly sharing their feelings.
Yeah.
But then there's some times where neither one of those work. So it's like there's nothing that the man can do to say it, even though he doesn't know how to say it, and there's no way to calm the woman down. So it's like it's such a hard balancing act
Yeah, it is.
to be able to do.
It is, and for us as women, we've got to understand that our spouse, he can be there for us, he can do all these things, but when it comes to the battle in the mind or the battle that's within us, it's only the Heavenly Father that can calm us, that can give us the strength, that can give us everything that He can do. The spouse can love us, can reassure us and stuff like that. But in order for us to understand, to renew our mind and things like that, that's only through the Heavenly Father. And I have a hard time with that, because sometimes I want Jeremiah to be able to give me what I can only get from the Heavenly Father. And then that's putting him up for failure.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
not going to win
Yeah.
any time. And that's not fair to him. And so I think sometimes in that thing where, I know for my past, I have trust issues and I've got all this stuff for him, and he can do, certain things in order to build my trust within him.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's letting go of my hurts and giving them over to the Heavenly Father. It's the only way I'm going to make it, And I think that goes with the feelings.
Yeah.
When we don't know even what to say or we don't know how to fix things, it's then okay, this is up to God, because only God can get through with, in this area or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like literally a battlefield in your mind, and
Absolutely.
nobody can fix that, and we always look to them to be like, I just want you to know what I'm going through.
Yeah, to be able to shoulder it, and that's what we want. Ultimately, that's what we want you to do, but we can only get that from Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's a battle between that.
Yes.
I mean, we're pretty good at a lot of things, but being God, we're not good at that.
Definitely one there.
Well, step it up.
Shoot for the stars so you'll land on the moon or something like that. Yeah.
I know when I'm out of sorts, I'll tell Jeremiah, I was like, that's one thing I'm good at. I'll tell him exactly what I need in the moment.
I do not have to come up with things on my own.
I'll just say, right now, I just need you to put your arms around me, hold me, and pray for me.
Yeah.
When I'm really struggling, I'm like, it's just that simple. Just that's what I need you to do.
Which that does help, because I don't have to guess and wonder. Because a lot of times, you think, man, even if I could come up with the right words, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't matter. So I can fumble around with the wrong things to say and just make things worse. Yeah. But I love it that she does say, look, all you got to do is just lay down here, hold me, pray for me, tell me you love me, and you're not going to go anywhere. And you know what I mean? Just things like reassuring things that I guess women like to hear.
And you're like, okay, I can do that.
I can do this.
Yeah, right.
Men out there, listen to that. That's all we need.
Yeah, I think it's like she has that yellow book that says relationships for dummies. Yeah. And that's what she reads at me. She's like, look, buddy, here you
crack
go.
it open.
Okay, you don't even have to read the whole 5 languages of love.
We're on page 1.
Yeah, it's only got one page.
Again.
There you go. It's like written in crayon and block letters.
That would be funny if she was just having a good day and you did it. Come here, come on.
What?
I would probably melt.
Yeah.
We're newlyweds, remember?
You.
We used to have a friend. He passed away, John Rice, and anytime you would see him, even with his siblings like Carrie and Nathan, you see them, they're like, bring it in.
Oh my
gosh.
Come
on, bring it in.
Hug your face. Like, what?
Oh yeah, hug you till you can't breathe. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
And sometimes you just need that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
From anyone, friend, spouse.
Yeah, I know one thing I think that's really big, especially in a relationship, is being strong on your own. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people, they depend so much on that other person for recognition and for holding them up that they can't stand on their own, Right. And I think that's what our separation, that's really what I got out of it, is seeing my wife, because most of that was my fault, when we separated. Not all of it, but most of it was my fault. And just seeing her strength through all that and being able to stand on her own 2 feet was something that I admired so much in her. When we get back together, that was always something that, I don't want to say turned me on about her, but
don't say that.
You just said it.
I just said it.
Edit that.
He doesn't want to say it, but
it was something that absolutely did that, but also something that just made me look at her and just like a newfound love for her, that she doesn't need me, she doesn't need me to make her who she is. So, of course we're stronger together, but she's strong enough. I mean, who am I to, so that's one thing that when we got back together, seeing, even though we still struggled with talking and communication and trust issues and all these things, being able to see her in that light was something that was refreshing and very eye-opening. And it made me want to work on me too, because we've been together what seems like forever. So it was kind of like when we split up, it was like, who am I without Jamie? And it's always Michael and Jamie. That's what it's always been. Mm-hmm. So that was
we still struggled, but once we put God first in our marriage is when we really.
Isn't that amazing how that happened?
Yeah.
I write that.
Write that down.
Put that down.
Post it in the.
Yeah.
what is it? Relationship for dummies?
I mean, you still, like, back to the communication.
Oh, great. Okay.
You still don't communicate, but
I communicate.
you're just like, I'm going to lay here and just hope she shuts up anytime soon. Please, Lord, let her shut up.
Me communicating with the Lord. Because sometimes, look, okay, we're getting real. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, you're not the only one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because
Like every episode.
sometimes y'all
We
need
still
to.
love each other when we leave here.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, absolutely. I love it. Because sometimes women all over the world that are listening, sometimes we just want to turn our minds off.
The nothing box. We want to go to the nothing box.
My goodness, y'all. Yeah. Sometimes I wish y'all's words were like cell phone minutes back in the day.
Oh, yeah. No rollover either.
Yes.
Just straight.
Just talking and just, look, I'm tied up. You ran out of your mouth minutes. Yep. Talk to me on nights and weekends.
Man.
Wow.
Mouth minutes.
Don't
like
you
to
use
purchase-
that.
would you like
Don't
to-
you use
Would
that.
you like to purchase some more minutes?
Just like, man.
But
like,
here's the thing.
hold on.
Hang on.
Hold up.
Hang on.
Because like,
She got her finger up.
there was one day where I got on my sister with her ex-husband. We both worked at the same place, and we were hanging out that night. So Jamie was already there with him, and we got home. And as the door opened and our feet weren't even on the floor in the house, she had already started in on them. I'm like, we ain't even in the house yet. Like, let us like get in and chill for a second and then, get on us. So sometimes it's very overwhelming. And I think that men, of course, will make it worse after that. But I think that like sometimes we just want to just leave me alone just for 5 minutes. Just please. Just I don't need to hear about everything all right now. Like it could wait 10 minutes.
I'm gonna let you know
promise.
all of it. I don't hold back.
No.
That's one thing that I can say I've learned being married is that it's hard. Marriage is hard every day, every single day. But I will never, ever, 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 ever not tell you how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Because if I hold it in and I just keep it in, then I'm going to explode or I'm going to have a breakdown or I'm going to tell someone that I shouldn't be telling that I should be telling my husband.
Yeah.
And I just learned, like, if you don't like it, if you don't like to hear about it, well, guess what? You're stuck with me. And
Well, like something that I've heard you say is like, that you have to let it out.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I have to tell you.
that's
And it's
100%.
like, you don't want me like dying in
Yeah.
that area. Like if I just keep shutting this off,
Yeah.
then is what I'm gonna have to do is die in this area.
Yeah.
And then you'll just have a piece of me that's dead. And
Yeah.
then it sounds good in the moment,
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good, but we don't want our spouse dying in
Yeah.
any area.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously there's area. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like in
Yeah.
areas of like communication and affection and talking and things that are, feelings involved. It's like, we don't want them dead,
Yeah.
like and numb
Yeah.
to certain things. And
Oh yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, and here's the thing with I was married before and for 20 years, and in that marriage I died like in all kinds of areas, like shut down just to protect myself, just shut down in this area, in this area, in this area, and then when I left that marriage, God told me, He's like, I'm not going to send you back to Egypt, I'm not going to send you back to bondage. You're going to be free. And in that freeing, unfortunately for him, is the freeing of my emotions.
Yeah.
And they're raw right now. I mean, I'm just newly healed
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a lot of areas. And so that's exactly how I feel. I've got to let it out because I will not be back in bondage again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will not let that. And you're just going to have to deal with
Yeah.
it. I mean, in a kind way, but exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand what you're saying because we as women, we have to have an outlet. And if you shut me down on that or something like that, you're right. You open me up for being vulnerable where I should not be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, we've got to respect,
Yeah.
you all too, because you need that time of just,
Oh, yeah.
shutting down or whatever, the nothing box,
my
go
favorite box.
hunting or, just have that time
Yeah.
because we're a lot.
Yeah.
We are a lot. But I was going to ask a question is as women, I find it difficult to find out, okay, how's my husband feeling? Like, how are you doing? I get responses of, I'm doing okay, or I'm good, or whatever. And I can see on the face, you're not, and how do we as women like open that up, or do we just like let you lie straight to our face that you're okay, but you're really not? Or how do we trust that you're not, because I can see that you may not be, there's all these emotions going on. I don't know if you have ever been there, but, but how do we like get you to communicate with us?
Yeah, because I will always ask him, like, as soon as he walks in the door, I'm like, what's wrong? Or like, I'd be like, what's going on? What's happening? He's like, nothing. Like, nothing. I told you nothing already.
That's when I disdain. Good word. When this happens, I'm Jamie, you're me. What's wrong?
None, I'm good.
No, there's something wrong.
No, really.
Because I
there
can
is.
tell
I mean,
on
really,
his
I'll tell you.
face.
Why do you have an attitude?
I would tell you if there was something wrong.
No, there's
nothing
something wrong.
Don't raise your voice.
And I start.
Just kidding. I don't think
Yes,
that.
and I start, and I'm like, now there's something wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Now you got something wrong.
No, let's fight. No, I'm
Right.
kidding.
It's kind of like
Just for the record, though, this happens at the Dale's house.
Oh, yeah,
You're
for
not
sure.
alone.
Yeah.
So here, it's with us. I'm just going to speak for myself here. I don't know if you feel this way, but we're kind of like catching a butterfly.
Out in the outfield.
I mean, you just kind of just walk up next to the butterfly and you kind of like give it a space to land. You know what I mean? And
I like it.
And you hope that butterfly, you try to grab it, you're gonna squash his wings and everything, mess him all up, or it's gonna fly away, and you're gonna chase him all the way across the yard.
I like
But
it.
you just be still, and you let that butterfly land on you, and then you can.
That is a very good way. That is putting into.
I don't believe that, though.
That is putting into.
That's his nothing box.
that is putting into what I was going to say into a mental image. That's exactly. I was going to say, we will let you know if something is bothering us, and we aren't just going to get over it, because there's a lot of things where you just brush it off like, okay,
I've learned that.
we will open up and let you know. I promise you.
Yeah, because your reaction is, let me just go lay down, go to sleep, and I'll be better in the morning.
Because sometimes we need to process, though.
Yeah.
Because if we would let it out right then, it's probably going to be a bigger deal than what it really is.
Yeah.
And so if you just like let it go for a while, if it's still an issue the next day or so, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But most of that stuff can just be squashed with a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some beef jerky.
Or some beef jerky.
Oh,
Maybe,
beef
you know what I mean? Yeah, some football, just a hunting trip for me.
Because you'll find out that men, for the most part, are very stupid.
Yes, very, very stupid.
So most of our problems are really stupid.
Yes, and like it really doesn't matter.
Yes,
like
within
it
an
may be
hour,
a
we're
big-
like, that was
I don't
stupid.
even know what I was mad about.
Yeah.
Most of the time I can't remember.
But you don't talk to anybody else. You just process it yourself.
No,
Yes.
we don't want to talk to anybody. Period.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. It's like,
that's
well,
the-
you're probably talking to someone. I don't want to talk to you. Why would
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, why would I tell? Exactly.
he
Yeah,
just,
that's
he just
exactly
needs
right.
ice cream and sprinkles,
Yes.
and he's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we don't. There's not somebody else that we're finding. If there is, there's a buddy, because we know, hey, I'm gonna say something stupid, and you're gonna agree, so we'll just be stupid together.
Right.
But
Yeah.
for the most part, it's just after a while, you watch some TV, you chill. It's like, all right, that was nothing to be mad about.
It's just mind blowing to me. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I just
don't think
really
we ever
don't.
will.
No.
No,
I'm gonna still tell you, you look grumpy. What's wrong?
Oh, and like there will be, not a care in the world. Like I'm just
like you've been
walking
you like
on sunshine,
skipping to the door.
Oh, what's wrong? Nothing.
gotta look,
yes, there
though.
is. Now there is.
I
Yes,
understand. I have a look in their eye. There's
Yeah.
something going on. I get it.
Or like sometimes that's just concentration.
That's
Like,
maybe
probably
you gotta
true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's probably so. Next time I'll ask you.
What's the matter? Do you really want to know? Haven't pooped in a couple days.
Oh my
How's your day?
I'd rather hear that.
Yeah, me too.
And that's the thing. Yeah, I think that. But yeah, it really is. Sometimes it's just I want to shut down the engines.
Sure.
And,
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
I wish
We're
we
just
were like
much
that.
simpler creatures.
Yeah.
We really are. We are so simple.
Yeah.
Food, the necessity.
Yeah.
I don't have to
Food.
list them all.
He forgot what the rest were.
I was like, I'm just hungry right now. That's all I can think of.
Mostly food.
Just
mostly
Food. Yeah. Somebody scratch our belly every once in a while. That's about it.
Belly.
Don't start scratching my.
I'm not. I won't.
You don't like your belly scratched?
No.
I don't want. I'm talking like a dog. You know what I mean? Like we're like a
Right.
dog.
I don't-
basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're
For
kind of
the
like
record,
a puppy.
I don't scratch his belly. Like, I don't even know what's
What
going
y'all
on
do
here.
your own time into your own business.
Like, what?
Hey,
I had the picture of like a really like
I'll
a,
scratch
like
his
a
back.
Labrador.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
y'all are newlyweds. I don't know.
I thought that's what you were gonna say. Scratch my back.
Yeah,
belly, and I
when
was
he
like,
said belly, I'm like,
Went off the rails.
what's
Yeah.
going on?
I don't think you've ever scratched my belly.
I have not. That's what I said. Let the record
I
show.
was just picturing a happy little puppy with his belly scratched. I don't know. Anyhow,
Maybe that's what he wants me to do.
that's what he wants you to do.
just come by my recliner. And
Scratch. Scratch his
So-
Please do that.
yeah.
So now when I think that something's wrong with him, I'm going to be like,
Would you?
oh, yeah, man.
That'll probably get you hit.
Did you have a hard day at work?
I'm just gonna ask
Would you-
him
Cookie.
if he's pooped in a while.
Oh
Like,
wow,
babe, you look grumpy.
we
Have you-
derailed.
Have you pooped in a while?
Man, and so,
We always derail.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm crying a little bit. I'm crying a little bit.
tears coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, it's,
Oh, goodness.
but I think that is the beauty of it is that we'll never have it figured out.
Oh, yeah,
We'll
no.
just never. And that's what I think I told her like today or the other day. I'm like, man, I'm just mesmerized by my wife and by just little things that I think we talked about, like that used to irk my nerves. I wanted to jump off of a 20-story building. Now I almost find them intriguing, and
Wait, what made you want to jump off a building?
well, we're 30 minutes into it. I mean, it's gonna that's a whole nother episode.
Dang.
Well, first of all, the what's the matter? Nothing. Yes, there is. Okay.
So you find that cute now?
I
yeah, you found that cute now? Because I just did it the other day.
and it still drives me crazy. Find that building.
Here's what he's saying is
But he's
that you
mesmerized by
find
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
there's flaws that maybe used to drive you a little bit batty,
Yeah.
and now they're just
Oh,
you love
yeah.
them for
Yes.
you love them for that flaw.
Yes, because I see it coming. What's the matter? All right, I'm gonna say nothing.
Well, why
She's
don't
gonna-
you tell me something?
She's gonna come.
Right?
I'm just gonna start
I
making
think
up.
that's you just read my mind because I'm gonna start making things up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you see the stock market today?
Yeah.
I know you'd be lying.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna rub your belly. and
yeah,
everything
it'll be all
better.
right.
It'll go back
up tomorrow.
That is
Yeah.
the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna, like we need to have a plan so we both say the same thing. Everybody's like,
yeah.
all right, if they come at us, like it's gonna be the
Yeah.
price of the new Air Jordans.
Yes.
Well, it's
yes.
like when you ask me what's wrong, because you can always tell.
Yeah.
Like, I don't talk. I'm just like, and then you're like, all right, what's wrong?
Yeah. If she's not talking, there's something wrong.
Yeah. And then that's when I just unleash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
Everything.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, how am I gonna do this? It's like juggling. Like, okay, how am I gonna? All right, let her talk. And it's like, I'm scared. I don't know what to say. But
just rub
Yeah.
her belly.
Just
yes, there's
Yeah,
Don't
but
rub my
that's the
belly.
thing. We don't need you to fix it.
Yeah.
We just need you to
Yeah.
listen.
that's the hardest thing too. Is
Yeah.
trying to-
So it's like taking your car in to get it looked at.
Yeah.
Like don't fix it.
I just want to
I
show
just
you
want
what's
you to
wrong with
just
it.
want you to
Yeah.
understand what's wrong with it
Yeah.
and why it's not running right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But don't fix it.
Don't fix it. That.
But yeah.
Well, sometimes you might want to fix it.
Yeah.
Depends on
And-
what it
Depends
is.
on what it is.
And
And
that's where the confusion
there's the
comes
dilemma.
in. So I don't want
We're
you
a
to fix
mystery.
it until I want you
We're
to
a
fix it. But
mystery,
I won't
yeah.
tell you I want you to fix it.
Oh no, I'll tell you when
No.
I want it to be fixed. You know, I'll tell you. I will tell you.
She'll give you that book.
Like isn't it on like White Men Can't Jump when she's talking to Billy and he's like, I want you to understand what it's like to thirst. I don't want you to get me a glass of water. You're so
Yeah.
stupid, Billy. He's like, you say you're thirsty, I'll get you a glass
That's
of
how it
water.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear that.
Yeah, I want you to tell me I too know what it feels like to thirst. It's
Yeah.
like, okay.
It's like, but I don't want to be thirsty either.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, you know. Oh, it's so
you guys are
beautiful.
Yeah.
conundrums.
Yes, your mystery.
But we're
wrapped
your
inside of-
conundrums.
That's exactly right.
Yes. And I am so thankful to have you as my conundrum.
He said last episode that you're perfect.
Oh,
wow.
in every way.
in every single way.
Nate.
Was it dripping in sarcasm? Dripping?
No.
Dripping? What did you find out what that means now?
She's used that like 3 times this week, and we had her oldest
I
daughter
don't know.
here.
What
and
is it?
Was she saying it?
What does it mean?
I don't know
Tell
who
me.
said it, but
Oh,
she
okay.
figured something out. I think Ben said something about his new Air Forces, being.
Yeah.
Oh my
Coming in
gosh.
here
Drip.
dripping.
Speaking of
Yeah.
that, he came in like walking like his legs was messed up.
know.
I was like,
Yeah.
did something happen to your legs? Like,
Man, I told him, I said, look, those shoes, I don't care how cool they are. They cannot make up for that walk.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you I don't care how cool they are.
Yeah.
They can be gold,
he's
whatever,
like,
dipped in
I
gold.
can't get
and
them in a crease in them. I was
yeah,
like,
they can be the most expensive things in the world. If you have to walk like that,
Yeah, what's the
it doesn't
point?
matter. It does not matter.
you need a walker? That's what I asked him. I was like,
Oh.
you need a walker? Did you hurt your legs?
Well, we
Yes.
got these, like, what are they called?
Force shields.
Force shields. So they wouldn't crease, but he still
Yeah,
walks
that goes inside of the shoe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
that's
know.
cool.
It's
I've
not.
never
It's
heard
not
of
even
I
worth
never
it.
did either.
Like, why even
I
wear
would
them?
rather wear Velcro shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, why even wear them out of the
I don't
house?
I don't know. It's
No,
been.
it's just, it's a thing.
it's a
cute.
teenage thing.
Yeah.
He's
But
cute.
dripping, or dripping, either one. Okay, that means cool outfit.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Okay.
said it like this weekend, and my daughter was just like, "Mom, what did you just say? Seriously?" But I meant dripping in sarcasm, like not
yeah.
dripping as in.
Right.
Yeah. Like
But
that,
I
yeah.
did pause. Like, Ben, what are you dripping? And then I paused in sarcasm,
Yeah.
and it was enough that it was like. But oh my gosh, they give me.
Oh, my word. It's awesome.
Yeah.
They let
me have it all the time. Like
She
you make
can't
fun
say
of
no.
me.
making fun of you.
Nothing. Anything that comes out of her mouth, I mean, they're just all
Go
over.
right
us.
on it.
I feel bad for her, kind
Yes.
of.
Right.
You know?
It's
Like, come on, kids, come on.
And then you join in on it.
Oh yeah,
Then you join in on it.
cool stepdaddy.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
I got to get my points where I can. Right?
Yeah.
Your little jab.
And then I'll just say, Max, come here and give mama a
Yeah.
hug.
Yeah.
And beat up.
He makes
Yeah.
it better.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was really good.
Eldest.
With my oldest. It's astonishing how old she is and like how mature she is to the yeah.
Nothing. You said it's astonishing how old she is. I was going to say, she says the same thing about you.
See what I
Sorry.
get?
Yeah.
I just get
Even talking
all the
about
time.
it. All right.
See,
My bad.
Kaylee would have been like, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it's amazing. It was a great weekend. I missed Betty. I missed Maya. But it was nice to have at least one girl and do
Yeah.
girl things. Went and got pedicures, and it was just a really, really.
Did she just
good
come
weekend.
down just because she wanted to?
Yeah, it was crazy. She has a boyfriend who's a what is it? Kind of fighter?
UFC
Bullfighter.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Bullfighter.
I made this
UFC.
up.
Oh.
UFC.
I was
UFC
thinking-
fighter. He's got one more win and he'll qualify like for nationals or whatever.
Nice.
And he was supposed to fight this weekend, and so she asked off, and he ended up breaking his ribs or something like that in another fight.
wow.
I know, crazy. And so she just said, "Mom, I want to come down and see you guys." And so she decided to come down, which I mean, she could have stayed there and
Yeah.
had a nice, quiet weekend, or decided to work, but she chose to come down, and she stayed up all night. Friday night, I think it was, got at our house because she had to close at Outback and didn't get off work till like midnight. And then she was at our house by 8:30. Went to Ben.
Max's
I get
soccer game.
all my kids' names mixed up. Do
Yeah,
you do
it
that?
happens, yeah.
Anyway, Max's soccer game, which he still
You
is
mean
dancing.
You mean his dance?
Ah.
His dance
He's
recital?
He's got like all these moves going on now. Oh, we're on video too.
Yep.
And
Yep.
yeah, it's impressive. And so, anyways, it was just a really, really good weekend with her.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's
That
just
is
it's
awesome.
crazy when they're adults.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have a busy schedule.
Right. Yeah, because
That's the
Bet
best.
will not. She's like committed to 911, and so I don't know when we'll get to see her. But yeah,
I dread it.
Oh, I do
Lee's
too.
got 1.5 years left, and
It's
she's gonna go on the
crazy.
car. I dread it.
it is nuts. I
Yeah.
mean, just both of them being out of the house and living on their own. You know, it's just I don't feel like I'm old enough for that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at me, I look young. Comment about how young I look.
That's right.
Yeah.
Heart, like,
Heart,
share with
like,
your friends.
yes.
Better be, yeah.
Oh yeah.
How is she?
If
Have
I
a 20-year-old.
If I just sit and think about Lee graduating, I'll cry. Like
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
at my desk. They'll be like, "What's wrong?" I'll just be like,
Oh,
I don't want to talk about it.
But you know, then I look at Max and I'm like, oh, I have so many years left.
I do the same thing. I'm like, our house will be paid off when Zay's 17. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Like, help me.
Oh, the joys of parenting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. But anybody got anything on their heart?
Zeke's never leaving the house.
I don't know that Max is either. Sorry.
Well, that's what me and Megan were talking about earlier. We've never been married without kids. So that's going to be like a new
we have a few years.
horizon for us, a new frontier.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a few more years. Yeah,
If it was up to you, we'd have more.
absolutely. I'd like at least one more, but it's too late for that.
That's not happening.
Thanks, Dr. Jones.
What? Indiana Jones?
Thanks, Dr. Jones. Was he a doctor? I bet he probably was.
I think you,
Dr.
Dr.
Jones?
Indiana Jones.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was.
Was he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, I see you, Harrison Ford.
It is not Indiana Jones, but
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Doolittle?
Dr. Doolittle.
oh yeah.
I don't,
Where did you go on that?
I don't know. We're just,
I love
this
it.
famous doctors.
Yeah, just doctors, you know. Anything
Dr.
on your
Seuss?
heart? I know one thing. I know one thing that yesterday, right? During service, I believe, to the best of my knowledge, that was the first time in our career as being pastors in any way. That was the first time we've been recognized on Pastor Appreciation Day. So that meant so much.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I don't think our pastors realized just how much that meant. Just even
Yeah.
the words, you know.
Right.
Right.
It just meant a whole lot, man. It was really awesome, and I just want to appreciate.
Man, you guys
appreciate
deserve
them
it.
for that.
Right.
Both of you
Yeah,
guys.
y'all
you,
too.
You guys do so
Absolutely.
much, man.
Thank you
And
so much. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very
Y'all too.
hard to talk, hard
Yeah.
to speak, man. It was really something. But yeah,
yeah, because it's not like it's your first year in ministry.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
So,
And your very first time, really.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember there was one time where we did it. You know, we did it for our pastors, and after service, I had one youth, and I'll never forget it. And she came up to us, and she said, "Hey, I just want to tell you I appreciate y'all." She said, "Y'all are pastors too." You know, nobody else said it, but I just want to tell you I appreciate you. So that meant a lot. And then last Wednesday we had one of our youth that he said the same thing. Said, "Man, I don't know how I could ever repay you for what y'all do."
That's
so
awesome.
it's meant a lot. This week's
Yeah.
been just crazy. So I just want to tell all of our church, to both of our pastors, and also Miss Pearl. I can't not call her Pearl anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about when you call her Pearl.
I just I appreciate it, and I know y'all appreciate it. And I know all of our pastors
Yeah.
here do,
Yeah.
because it meant a lot. It
yeah,
really did.
absolutely.
It's an awesome thing to be a part of. Lighthouse and
Yep.
Jeremiah House and seeing everything unfold.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's what I had on my heart. So
Cool.
We should have
Neat.
probably talked about that. Pastor appreciation.
that's, we might do that the next week.
Yeah,
Have both of our pastors on, all 6 of us. That would be awesome.
that would be really
That
cool.
would
what
be
we'll do.
fun.
That'd be
And
fun.
we'll all just couple
Yeah.
share a mic.
Cool.
Megan and Lloyd.
Yep. Yeah, we'll have
Yep.
2 for each
I
mic.
can do it.
Sounds good.
You got anything in closing?
Clear my
I seen her lips.
All
She's
right.
like,
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're done. So,
to end it like that. I
what?
feel like so
Do you want?
I seen
You
your
have anything?
lips.
Like she just tasted her first meal at Applebee's. Like, all right. This salad.
I was thinking. No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
My face is red.
Oh
No.
yeah. It's a
It is. Like and comment on her
yeah,
face.
yeah, how red is it?
Hi,
Is it
Mom.
2 or 3 shades darker than her shirt? All right. Thank you all for joining us. This has been Almost Brothers with the ladies again. So it's always fun when they're on here. Remember, if you don't have a home church, come check us out at the Lighthouse in Dexter, 8:30 outside, 10 o'clock inside. We love y'all.